welcome to the official Munzee podcast.
I'm Rob, also known as Coach V, your host and the president of Munzee.
And I'm Craig, also known as See My Shell. I'm an avid Munzee player and I'm here to explore the game further.
Each week, we'll delve into Munzee's mysteries, divulge some secrets, and inform players from around the world just what is coming your way.
So sit back and relax as today's episode again is going to be jam-packed. We talk about Munzee, Munzpaks, Dragon Keeps, and Rob apparently wants to spill some beans on a previous request of the week, Rob. We're going to get to that at the end, so make sure you keep that in mind, okay?
I do? Okay.
Yeah, you do. That's,
sure.
that's what you said. Like you got it on the show notes, mate. You got it on the show notes.
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick around, everyone.
Jeez. I see now when we're not together anymore, Rob. We're via computer systems now as well.
I know. It's really sad. I've made it back to the UK, and temperature's nice and cool, which is great in comparison to where I have been. But you know, it is what it is. There you go. I'm back home. That's what's important. It's nice. How about you? Where are you at?
I'm back in NJ as well. And the reason why I'm back in New Jersey is because the mega is coming up. The geocaching mega is coming up next weekend. Not this weekend coming, but the following weekend, just over a week's time. And Rob, I'm going to see good old Dale and Barb again. They're going to be there vending at the mega in New Jersey. So that'd be really awesome.
Oh, yeah, very nice. So you took a quicker path back to New Jersey than they will have, right?
Yeah, I mean, and rightly so, Rob. Oh, let's be honest. They drove from New York State all the way across to Arizona in the space of less than a week. I was like, guys, what are you doing? Like, you know, they're very, very busy. So now, well-deserved, I will say as well, because the mega was huge at Geo Woodstock, as we spoke about last week. Well-deserved, a little bit of a break for them. They can do some sightseeing now across as well and take their time, which is, very well-deserved. And I have been seeing a lot of their photos and stuff on Facebook as well. So that love the Arizona landscape, mate. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
They've clearly had a good time and posting on their Facebook page. So if anybody doesn't follow Space Coast Geo Store, then check that out and see some of their behind the scenes videos of what happens when they travel. Exactly.
And you see, especially Rob, I love the ones where they're literally set up because they can't live in the van. The van is full to the brim of stock, you see, and people don't understand it sometimes, so they can't live in their van. So they stay at like KOAs or campgrounds or that sort of thing where they can literally get out and have a bed, but they've still got to work. And so they've got all their stuff out on the benches, on the picnic tables, and they're doing orders. I mean, Rob, I've physically seen Barb rolling logbooks and putting them into bison tubes as Dale's doing, 70 down the highway. You know, I don't know how she doesn't get car sick, mate, but anyway.
Quite a team, right?
Exactly. Anyway, mate, speaking of events, what do we have last week in events?
Well, last week was pretty dry. It was actually only one event, and it was hosted by Space Coast in Tucson, Arizona. That was it.
That was the only one. Exactly. Meanwhile, the leaderboards over the weekend on Friday, we had Avado Tech with 384,000 points, KWD on 380,000, and Jaroslav Kass on 235,000 on Saturday, Rob.
Well, Saturday was June 1st, so we've got a couple of lower days, right? Yeah. A new name. Haven't seen this one. Melissa. Who knows?
Melissa.
I guess.
But read way of spelling it, but yeah.
Melissa. Oh, okay.
Melissa.
Yeah, I see that now.
Yeah.
191,000. Munzee Prof coming in second. 164,000. And you, See My Shell. 163,000. Did you do that on purpose?
No, I didn't. It surprised me. I didn't even realize, Rob. I realized, I'm going to say this. I realized at like 11 p.m. Munzee HQ time. So I had an hour left and I knew that I was coming in third, and I know how much Munzee Prof loves second spot. So I left him be at second spot. So there you go. I didn't have any.
That's what I meant on the on purpose piece was, did you stay in third on purpose?
Yes, I stayed in third on purpose. I didn't mean to get on the leaderboard though. Like I was just traveling, Rob. And this is what happens when you travel and you cap in all the condos and the resorts, and they're good points. So just saying. On Sunday we had Schmitz Fam 4 with 178,000 points. Again, a Munzee Prof bridesmaid at 176,000 points, and HBRB on 171,000 points. Rob, I will say this though with Munzee Prof. If he gets second enough times, and Whelan's not getting first, or people above him aren't getting first, then he's slowly climbing that overall leaderboard. So he's doing the right way here. Just
that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah,
Exactly.
I didn't think of that.
Events coming up this weekend, Rob, we have.
Well, in USA, we've got a single event in California.
That's it.
And in the world?
In the world, we have Denmark, Finland, Germany, and Auckland, New Zealand. Yes, in New Zealand, we have one in Auckland. That's on the North Island of New Zealand. There you go, Rob.
Yeah,
so
cool.
That's pretty cool. Large events coming up over the next few months. We have been looking at a few of these as well. We do still have the Midsummer in the New Forest, Hampshire, UK, June 14 to 16. There's 50 plus there so far. You're going to be there, Rob. Lou's going to be there as well. Anyone else?
As of right now, like this is the first place that it's being announced that Lou and I are going to be there.
Yeah.
We're going to make it to the Saturday events. We've rearranged a few things to make sure that we can at least get to those two. So that is the plan.
Is Sam going to be there? I'm going to throw him under the bus. Is Sam going to be there? Not sure.
I haven't checked in with Sam. I should probably do that.
Yeah,
it's a great question.
We'll do that and get back to you next week. So stay tuned for next week's one. Meanwhile, Rob, I put this on the show notes as well because I saw this slowly growing. It's on July the 14th. It's in Ohio, and there's 24 attendees so far in Ohio. And I think as well because, you got the likes of Carson, Buckeye Casher in charge and a few others as well. There's about four people co-hosting that event, which is really awesome. Now, Rob, I did put this one on because I spilled the beans last week on this. September 20th to 22nd in Fort Worth, Texas. No, it's as we speak right now, Rob, you and I speak right now. It's still technically not on the calendar. I've reached out to Denali 0704 and she said it's going to be on the calendar by the end of this week. So if it's not, then there you go, Denali. Get your finger out and get cracking. Just saying.
Yes, exactly. Please do that. Yeah. And we've been checking out the events in July, waiting to see are there any others that are going to grow to be large events. Everything is fairly new still. So that's the birthday month events. So everybody be sure and get those on the calendar, and then as they start to grow, if we haven't noticed you yet, then please reach out to See My Shop.
Yeah, on any of the social medias or on the official Munzee app. Anyway, Rob, that was the week that was. Now this week we've got to get into it because there's lots has happened. I will say this, and I'm going to start with the Z-Walks. You guys released these Z-Walks into the mix. There's 5 in total. There's an elder, a forager, a caregiver, a century, and a Z33 walker. So, Rob, do you want to take us through about how we get these ones?
Yeah, several of them are pretty easy, and then there's a couple that are a little more difficult, as you and I have both figured out.
Yeah.
So before we start off with what they are, a reminder that these are all going to be vaulted at the end of June 11th, which means that you have between now and the end of the day, June 11th, to get to them before we put them away. Will they return again? Most mechs do, but will these? We do not know, do we?
Oh, okay. So they're going to be they're basically like normal mechs, basically, is what you're saying. So once you get them, though, you get the blueprint for them. So when they do get vaulted, you can actually still put them out later on yourself. But you must have one in order to actually place one later on. Oh, okay.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So new people getting the blueprint not going to be possible after June 11th. Until we bring them back out of the vault. So let's talk about each one. So the Elder Z-Walk is the one that can be purchased through the freeze tag store. So you go online, you purchase that one. That one's cash, if you will. Forager Z-Walk is purchased through the in-app store. That one is available for 750 Zeds. So you've got to go through the in-app store for that one. The Caregiver is through yet another different channel, and this one is available through the Redeem store. Now, this time, we've done something a little bit different, haven't we?
Yes.
A little bit of an experiment,
I like it. Right? I like this one. I like it.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, because I didn't write in the notes, it's 2 Onyx, 2 virtual Onyx, and 1 B.
Yes.
So
that's right. Yeah.
You know, just an odd combination of these things. So I was seeing B being yellow, and then these 2 black eyes. I think that's actually where it all came from.
Oh, see, I I thought, Rob, you were going sort of Romeo and Juliet, 2B or not 2B, but anyway.
Oh, well, anyway. That makes sense too. Who knows? Honestly, who knows where it comes from?
I just kind of sit back. That's all I care about. I got mine.
Yeah, we throw stuff and see what sticks, as you know. I got mine as well. Mm-hmm. So that's the good thing. Now the difficult one is the Century Z Walk.
Yeah.
And this one is the one that you get a chance to earn when you deploy, and here are the types. So when you deploy any mech, any greeting card, any flat friend or flat object, and temporary virtuals. Okay. So each of those things, here's a little behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Each of those things has a chance to give you this Century Z Walk when you deploy. All right. So it just automatically deploys. So the only way that you actually know is if you continue to go back and forth and check your most recent deploys.
Yeah.
The chances are not the same for each of these different types.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So if you've been struggling because you've put out, let's say, 100 greeting cards,
and there's people that have done that, Rob. Just saying.
I know, it's crazy, right? That seems pretty wild to me. But the thing is, every single deploy is like you're getting a chance with every single one. So it's not a cumulative type deal. No. So every single time you have a roll of the dice, if you will, to get that one. I will tell you that the greeting card is the lowest probability to have this one deployed. All right. Because, if you think about that, that might make sense. That would be the one.
That's true.
Stamps are rewards in Clan Wars. There's a bunch of different ways that you can get greeting cards. Yeah. So that one is the lowest. And I'll leave you with that. Then you have these
before we go on.
No, he's got questions.
No, I don't have questions. I'm gonna tell my story. I'm a player, Rob. I'm gonna tell my story.
You do that.
So when I got mine, now, guys, ready for this? I got 2. Yes, not 1, but 2. Because Rob, as I didn't realize, I thought it was a mistake or whatever as well. And I messaged you, and you're like, no, that's true. It's like. So I did 21 temp virtuals. And what I did, Rob, is I was placing 2 temp virtuals because the temp virtuals last for 30 days, remember, people, 30 days. So I was placing 2 at every one of the events over the big double point weekend that's coming up, you see.
Right.
So I placed two temp virtuals at every single one of those events. 21 temp virtuals later, and I get myself a Century Z Walk. Meanwhile, my clan, we're chatting away, privately, and they're saying, I did this cards, I did this temp virtuals, I did this mech, and they're saying, we didn't get any at all. Then this morning, Rob, I woke up to one of my clan members in Australia. They let go of a flat friend. They deployed a flat friend, just one. Bam, they got a Century Z Walk. So. I'm not saying I don't know anything more than what you guys do. Rob's keeping all this close to his chest. But all I can say is, then I placed a flat friend as well. It took me 2 flat friends, and then I got another second one too. So there you go, people. Nice. I'm just saying from my point of view, because people have been asking on the water cooler. People have been saying, let's share this, just share around how many have you placed, what have you placed, and where have you placed it, that sort of thing too. So
yeah,
but
I got mine this morning as well. So I got my Century because I had previously deployed quite a few mechs. I had deployed, let's go with 5 temp verts. I deployed some cards. I hadn't deployed any flat friends, so I did the same thing today. I started in by deploying some flat friends. I wasn't fortunate there. I think I did 6. I then moved on. I put some mechs out. Wasn't fortunate there. Then I put some temporary verts out. I think I was on maybe my 10th or even 12, 13, 15, something like that. And then boom, finally there it was. So
the algorithm doesn't even favor you, Rob. Just saying. When you're a player as well.
it's tough out there,
It is.
But for those who got them quick, well done. To those who are still working on it, keep going. Don't give up.
Yeah, don't give up. You've got until the June 11th, as we said. Now, Rob, if you get all of those, you then get the last one free of charge.
Yeah, that's Z Walker.
The Z Walker.
Yeah, so that's the one that you get for all four of the others.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
two for purchase, and then one for redeem, one via a chance for deploy. Yep.
Yeah. I will say this as well. Again, a big shout out to Andy Robb. He's done a great job with the artwork on these as well.
He didn't do the artwork, though.
Oh, he didn't.
Dylan
Dylan
did
did.
the artwork.
Oh, wow! Shout out to Dylan then, because again, there's been chatter amongst people that I've heard as well about who's your favorite Zewok, but who's your favorite looking Zewok. And I will say, Caregiver Rob is very, very much up there amongst the population. We'll say.
Good to know.
Ewok, yeah. I think it looks cuter, pink and grey and whatever as well. So there you go. All right, moving on, Rob, to the June Munzpak. We're going to run through this really quick, guys. If you haven't got your June Munzpak, you should get them ASAP. In the virtual pack, you get an Onyx, a Tunnel of Hugs, a Surprise Wheel, a Pumpkin, a Flat Murray, a Flat DHS. So you could do a Flat Murray, Flat DHS, and then get your Zewok. See, 3 Sandwich Recipe cards and 3 Dags Norse Zodiac. I'm butchering these names. I know.
Yeah, me too.
In the hybrid pack, Rob.
Hybrid pack, you've got the 25 generic stickers that we mail to you, and then as far as credits go, you get 1 Pink Diamond, 2 Othala Norse Zodiac. Then the virtuals are 3 Sandwich Recipe cards, 2 Dagaz, I think, Norse Zodiac, 1 Duck, 1 Flat DHS, and 1 Tunnel of Hugs. Now, before we go quickly, these 2 new Norse Zodiacs, they are launching a brand new set of scatters. So keep your eye out. If you cap one of these 2 Norse Zodiacs, new scatters are on the way.
Wow. And people out there as well, that if they haven't got these before, when you place a Norse Zodiac, when you place any Zodiac, if you haven't placed it before or captured it before, you get a badge for each one of these. So if you want 2 badges in one, then go for the hybrid pack, because you get the Othala and the Dagaz Norse as well. So you get the 2 for 1 deal. There you go, Rob. See?
Good point.
Yeah. So, all right, Rob, moving on now to the brand new Dragon's Keep. Tell us quickly, what is Dragon's Keep, Rob?
So the Dragon's Keep is a temporary destination. So this is one of those things that bouncers can land in. It is on the map for 7 days. It's not a movable type. So just a regular, you deploy it, it stays in that location for 7 days. This one in particular is very particular about the bouncers that land with it. And you can kind of see it in the design. It's a Dragon's Keep, so it keeps dragons. Just reverse the 2 words. That's pretty much what happens. The things that land there are the Dragon Trainer Specials. So you've got the dragon eggs, the baby dragons, and the elder dragons. And we'll talk about those in a sec. And then the mythologicals that land there are all of the dragons. So we've got dragons, and then we have some secondary skins that can be applied to the dragon. The same thing is true with the Hydra. So the Hydra is like a little water dragon, is what I would like to think of it as. So you've got those. So all the different skins associated with the Hydra. There's only 1 mech. It is Firewall, which is from like one of the brand new Secret Z Ops. I don't have a Firewall yet, because I was actually going to deploy a couple of these so I could try and get my Sentry Zewok. And it turns out I don't have Firewall yet. So I'm on level 3 in the Secret Z Ops. So if you're like me, get it done, because we need more of these bouncing around to land on the Dragon's Keep. Balloon bouncers, we've got the highest cake credit, the redeem is the lunar dragon balloon. That one is available. It has 50 caps built into it. I was going to say, right? Rob,
exactly right. When I was in Arizona and I was talking to people about cake and credits, I said try and keep them up, because for the 150 cake credits, you get this lunar dragon balloon. And Rob, after you deploy it, after it all the cap-ons and then it gets capped away, 15,000 points is for one of the bounce. 15,000 points for 1 lunar dragon balloon. So there you go.
Right. I mean, it is it's legit. That's
Yeah,
all
it
there
is.
is to it.
It is.
It's a really good one.
Mhm.
I might have used all of my cake that I had stored up from the recent events,
Yes.
and I got some balloon bouncers out there myself. Lunar Dragon.
Mhm.
Then also we have the reseller garden hedges, and that is the one that is the dragon garden
Mhm.
specifically.
Mhm.
So if anyone has that permanent garden hedge, if you put the dragon garden hedge skin on, it
Mhm.
will land in the dragon's keep. That's a good idea.
That's
That's
a
a
good
good piece
idea.
of advice there.
That is.
And
Mhm.
all of the glass guardian skins, because all of the glass guardians this year
Mhm.
are dragon
Themed.
themed.
Yeah.
So all of them will be landing on the dragon's keep.
So with the Glass Guardian, is it just the skins only? So if you've got a little naked egg, then they don't land on them, do they? It's just the skins when they actually turn into a dragon. When you put them into a dragon skin. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Well, don't go anywhere, Rob, because you're not going anywhere. But by the time this goes live, I'll have a new video out there about putting a dragon skin and using CuppaZee, etc. as well. So that's really cool.
Oh.
But before we move on, I've got to say this. A shout out to Munrose. She knows she is a self-proclaimed dragon trainer. Now, she wrote this on Facebook, so I can just read it out. She says, I am the dragon trainer, all in caps. I have traveled great distances day and night through nasty weather to care for my dragons. So far, Rob, she's cared for 36 eggs. Now, this is all separate 36 eggs. She's hatched 14 eggs. She's cared for 19 baby dragons. She's helped 4 of those evolve. And now she's cared for 14 elder dragons. I'm going to say she is well deserved of the self-proclaimed dragon trainer, just saying. Well
She
done.
is the mother of dragons. That's how it sounds.
She
You know,
is. There's a
we'll
TV
take
show
that
on
from
that. TV
yeah,
show.
we'll take that from a show for sure. But the dragon trainer, yes. If anyone else is more qualified to be called the dragon trainer,
Yeah.
please let us know.
Let us know. Let us know.
I don't know
yours.
how that's possible. She definitely always has one eye on, I suppose, CuppaZee,
Yep.
checking to see where they are. So that's really great.
Exactly. I think she's actually got a filter, Rob, for them as well. So that's really cool. So she's really taken on this dragon theme and run with it, like the ball under her arm and run with it. Now, Rob, as I said in the very beginning of this show as well, you're going to spill some beans for us. What have you got, mate? I'll set the premise. All I'll say is, Rob has got in the show notes, people. All he's written is, ask me what I'm going to spill. Like, that's what you said, Rob. Ask me what I'm going to spill. You didn't say anything else. I don't know what you're talking about. So
There you go.
yeah. So
Well,
Rob, ready? Wait for it. Ready for it. After 3, the floor is yours. Make sure everyone's listening. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. The floor is yours.
Well, you see, a requested item that I've had lots of conversations with people about, including several very recently. It is coming. It is coming shortly after this podcast airs. All right. Very, very soon, with a special type of test that we're also going to run for the entire weekend. And all I can tell you, it's a blast. So, there you go.
Is that it, Rob?
That's all I got for you, man. Next week I have so much more to tell you next week. Oh, you have no idea.
That whole build up, Rob, for what? Now, people, if you're listening to this, and I'm going to say you're talking about midday MHQ time, aren't you, Rob? Yeah. So if you're listening to this episode after midday MHQ time Friday, then why bother?
You already know.
Rob's not even. You already know. Rob's not even spilling anything at all. So, whereas to me personally, being Wednesday, and everyone else who listens to this from 5 a.m. Eastern all the way through to midday MHQ time, it's only 6 hours, Rob. That's all it is.
Yeah.
6 hours.
Start the conversations. That's it. Now, next week, all going well this week, next week, I have some serious stuff to begin rolling out, leaking little bits of information, and it will start here. So be ready. I haven't told you anything about this yet, and I will start with you on the podcast.
And it's promise.
Incredible is the only word for it.
Wow.
It's going to be amazing.
Well, I'm gonna literally physically hold you to that, Rob, for next week.
Please do.
So,
Please
yes, yeah, absolutely. All right, we're going to move on now to the Munzee question of the week. This one, Rob, came in from an anonymous person.
Okay.
And it's regarding the Munzee monthly moments, the videos themselves. Firstly, if people don't know what the Munzee monthly moments are, then I don't know what rock you've been hiding under. But you submit a video, a short video, to do with a challenge of some sort for the particular month. Now, Rob, people don't understand. I saw it on the water cooler, Rob, where someone was saying, "Oh, I haven't got this card yet. What's this card?" And it was a little movie clapper card. I'm like, "Whoa, you haven't submitted to the Munzee monthly moments." Every person who submits a video then gets a card, at least one card for the month, and a badge for the month, let alone those people who actually, the winners and also the runners up too. Because sometimes, Rob, let's say I did push the little buttons with you and said, "Look, can I have 3 and 6 for the last month?" And you did. You said, "Oh, okay." And so that was good. Yeah. So I had two winners, one special mention because he needed to because he got saturated. That's Minnesota boy. There you go. I mentioned his name in the podcast. I almost forgot. And then we had 6 runners up as well. All those people get extra digital prizes that they can put back in the game. So that's really, really awesome. So that's the Munzee monthly moments. Go on to CuppaZee. If you don't know how to involve yourself in this, go on to CuppaZee and then go out and scroll all the way down the bottom and you'll see Munzee monthly moments in CuppaZee, that exact words. And then you'll see my ugly mug, Rob, and you'll see how I explain what you need to do. It's quite simple to do.
It's also at moments.munzee.com.
Moments.munzee.com. Yeah, exactly. You can get straight there on a computer as such, but most people do mobiles these days. If you don't know what to do, you really don't know what to do, you don't know how to record it, you don't know any of that sort of stuff, reach out to me personally, please. I'm on any social media or on the Munzee app as well. And again, last week I helped out 2 others as well who were having troubles with stitching their videos together. Well, this month is going to be easier, Rob, because this month, if people don't know yet, all you have to do is cap any Munzee, whether it be a physical Munzee, a virtual Munzee, a P, or whatever. Cap a Munzee with people, whether those people be your relatives, they be Munzee friends, they could even be muggles. Let's be honest, muggles is probably better than there's a little tip for people out there. If you can turn a muggle on a video, chances are you're going to be up there. Just saying. There you go.
You'll win. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not saying that, right? I don't promise these things like you, but yeah. So
it can't be just some random standing in the background 10 feet away. That doesn't count. Just to make it clear.
Involved in the video of some sort. Now, Rob, the question of the week was, we're getting back to it now, will Rob submit a Munzee monthly moment this month?
I am so hit or miss on this. I struggle to. I don't have a problem recording videos. I have a problem taking the videos from my phone and releasing them on any other format. So I would like to say yes. I have plenty of opportunities. I can tell you that much, including the events next weekend. So I will try to do that. I'm sure that you will remind me, so that's good. To anyone else that's listening who will be at the England events next weekend, please just come up and say, "Hey, you want to record your Munzee monthly moment?" And literally a big, huge group of us could all do it at the same time. Can you imagine?
Exactly. And then have all those entries. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Meanwhile, Rob, to this day, it is what is it now? It's the 4th of the month, 5th of the month. The only entry so far again is Monroe's. She's always first in, Rob. She's always first in. And I will say she was the winner back in December too with a great video. So there you go. Yeah. Meanwhile, Rob, we're going to move on now to the Munzee tip of the week. And this tip of the week comes from me personally because it happened to me the other day. I was looking through, it was coming on later in the day, and I was looking through CuppaZee to see that, I'd capped a POI, etc. for my streak and all that sort of thing. And I wanted to see my points. Lo and behold, for me, Rob, down the bottom next to your streaks, there's another button there as well, which was not grayed out, but oranged out for me because you can change the colors up. But it was a red/orange color. And that is, I hadn't actually got my virtual magnet from my daily activity reward. Now, if those people don't know, you can get, I think it's 3 times a month, twice or 3 times a month, you get a daily activity reward if you cap on that particular day. But you must actually get that reward, like click submit, and to get the reward on the day. Otherwise, you don't get it at all. So if you leave it to the next day, you won't get it at all. So it saved me, Rob. I'll tell you now, CuppaZee saved me again by not losing that virtual magnet, so I could go back into the app and click back into the daily activity and get my reward that way. So shout out to Sam. Thank you, mate. You got me with my virtual magnet. So make sure you use CuppaZee for all your Munzee needs, apart from capping things, of course.
Yes, apart from capping, still at this point.
Yeah.
You know what? Listening to that makes me think of one other thing. So you can hide the daily activity tracker, and that's the reason that some people might not see it, because it actually does pop up every single day.
True.
So if you hide that, you never see it, so you would totally forget. So that's good.
Yeah.
I think that I might need Sam to build a daily stroll checker into that, because that's another daily thing.
Great
and
idea.
Then you've got a check mark for, all the different things. Anyway, you said it and it hit me. So it's like, okay, cool.
One more thing, Rob, before I go, because I did this yesterday afternoon with Sam. I was messaging Sam privately yesterday afternoon because, Rob, I always got confused about when I could actually purchase my Glass Guardians. You see, so there's the Glass Guardians, the little eggs themselves. You can only purchase them once every 28 days. And I'd go in there and I'd click and go, oh, no, still not 28 days. The next day, no, still not 28 days. Then I'd forget for a few days. And then I'd click and go, oh, now I can get it. But again, Sam has built out a toggle switch inside CuppaZee, which shows you not just the date, Rob, that you can actually obtain this, because he did just show the date before, but then I clicked on it on the date and I couldn't do it because it's to the second. Munzee HQ to the second, 28 days to the second. So I managed to know exactly the time in which date and time that I could purchase my next Glass Guardian. So 5 minutes after that time, what did you think I did? I purchased my Glass Guardian. So there you go. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Again,
as you're saying it, I am shaking my head in amazement as to what Sam has come up with now.
Yeah.
So wow.
Good
Very
job,
cool.
Sam. There you go, mate. There you go. All right, Rob. So this ends another official Munzee podcast.
Thanks for joining us on this Munzee adventure.
Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcasting app, and join us again for another informative episode.
And remember, Munzee is more than a game. It's a worldwide community of mobile game players.
So keep scanning, keep discovering, and keep that Munzee spirit alive, Rob. 1, 2, 3, dragon on.
Munzee on.
Dragon behind.